Peace, light, love, blessings, and blessings to you. It's Neith Sankofa with the Light Warrior Sisterhood at rightdanceadventure.com. I am going over the 3 parts of my energetic calibration toolkit. It's called Raise the Bar, raise the bar of your energy. That's what we're getting at. This is part 2 of 3 parts. So part 1 was split into 2 videos, tools 1 through 4, and they were in the presetting category. That means the things that you do before you get out of energy alignment. This portion that I'm going over in this video, I'm going to go over the 3 tools that are inside of this particular box called In the Moment Energetic Tools. In the moment energetic tools are so important because sometimes you have set your energy, sometimes you have reset your energy, you have done all the things that you know to do to try to be in a good energetic standing, but sometimes you just find yourself in an energetic moment where you need to be able to be aware and switch up energy. So this is what the In the Moment 3 tools are. So I talk a lot and I love to teach, and I love to teach about energy and metaphysics and all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to do my best to try to wield myself in and give you the key points of the energetic toolkit, okay? All right, so tool number 5 in the moment category, undoing unconscious role playing. What is unconscious role playing? Have you ever been in a situation? This is a really good situation. I found myself in this a lot over the years until I started becoming aware of it. When I went back to my high school and came in contact with people who knew me when I was a younger woman in the world, and I was the most humorous in high school. I was a cheerleader, I was just, really silly. And really, I hid my intelligence and some of my deeper rooted feelings around things because, well, one, I just like to be silly and I still do. But the other was a real fear of not being accepted. So over the years, as I was stepping into my womanhood, when I showed up around people who were high school mates of mine, I would go back into that unconscious role playing of that silly role and that, that kind of persona. And that's called unconscious role playing. It's a fear-based response that helps you to get back into a comfort zone when you have kind of stepped outside of your comfort zone into your growth zone. So unconscious role playing is necessary for all of us. I mean, all of us have kind of pre-described things that we do and ways that we behave, and those things are very important for us and very helpful and useful to us. However, when it goes into a point where you're not able to, when you're not able to sound the alarm and wake up and be bright, vibrant and alive and awake in your own life, I love the sound effects of the universe. Then you need to do some things to break that unconscious role playing. And some things that I like to do is just become aware when you are switching into that mode. When you walk into a room and you feel yourself kind of shrinking into yourself, feeling like a persona or a personality is coming forward, instead of just allowing yourself to breathe, allowing yourself to look around. So some things you can do to break unconscious role playing: look people in the eyes. Look them in the eyes. Ask them again what they said. Don't just gloss over it if you didn't hear what they said. And notice when other people are in unconscious role playing as well, and don't play along. Because what it does is it helps them to get out of it as well. And some other, some quick things you could do is change the subject to something that is not easy to just have a rote conversation about. Something that is in the room. So some things that can kind of be unconscious role playing is like general conversation about kids or spouses or work or the general event that you're in. But you might not have a general conversation about something that is more in the line of something that you're passionate about, right? Hey, it's an interesting question that I'm wanting to ask people now is, what are you passionate about? What are you really passionate about? Not the things that you do at work necessarily, but what's really like the fuel of your heart? And look somebody in the eye and see, won't they invite themselves out of that unconscious role-playing role? So undoing unconscious role-playing, that's tool number 5 for in the moment energy setting. Number 6, switching up unwanted energy. Have you ever been somewhere where the energy is kind of thick and heavy? Maybe it's a little tense. Maybe you're in a conversation with someone else. Maybe you just had a few words with somebody that are in an uncomfortable space, and that energy is kind of just sitting and lingering there. Here are some super simple tips to break up that energy, right? Cough. Cough. Make a noise of some kind. Shake in your chair. Say, I need to stretch. All these things are great with breaking up. They actually break up the energy pattern in the room. Some other things you can do is you could just say, you know what, I need to go get some water, or I need to go to the restroom. I'll be right back. Are you okay? Some other things you can do to break up the energy is when you do that, you can make a loving gesture towards somebody before you exit a tense moment. For instance, if we just had a few words, we're not necessarily angry, but we had both had to speak our truth in some way. I can say, I really need to go get a little bit of water. May I bring you something back? Is it anything that you need right now in this moment? What that does is it breaks up the old energy pattern, and it adds a loving energy. It adds a start to a loving energy pattern. So that one was number 6, switching up unwanted energy. And the number 7 tool, the last one I'm going to discuss in this video of the in the moment tools that you can use, is segment intending. If you've ever heard of a really beautiful and brilliant teacher, Abraham Hicks, this is a tool and a technique that I learned from Abraham Hicks. Segment intending is sort of presetting, but it's kind of in the moment presetting, because what it does is it helps you to move from one activity to the next activity with consciousness. So say for instance, I have a really busy day today. I don't have time to do all of the big, huge energy setting things that I want to do in every one of those moments. But what I can do in the moment, moving from transition to transition, is do some segment intending. So say for instance, I have a lunch meeting, and then I have another meeting, and then I have to go pick up my kids, then I have to make dinner, then I have an evening plan. Like, this is how my day is structured, right? So as I'm doing a transition, like this lunch meeting is coming to a close, you know how the energy feels when something's coming to a close, you're about to go into the next thing. As you're moving in that, you go ahead and set your energy on how you want this next phase to look. Ooh, when I get to this next meeting, everybody's going to be prepared, enthusiastic. The things I've asked people to be ready to speak on, they're ready to speak on. I feel confident. I feel comfortable. My energy is high. Ooh, that lunch was really great. It is fueling my body for this next meeting. That's segment intending. You're putting your best intentions towards the next segment of time of your day. And you can do that for the next thing, for the next thing, for the next thing, for the next thing. It is a really, 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 really powerful tool. I have used it, and it is straight up magical. I've even used it in the segments of time where you don't think about it, like getting in your car and driving. That's another segment. Oh, this drive is going to be great. Some of my best songs are going to come on. Like, what would you like that ride to look like? And after a while, you begin to see how you're really setting intentions for every part of your day. It's a huge expander of awareness and of intention. All right, so those were tools 5, 6, and 7 for the in the moment Raise the BARR energetic calibration toolkit by me, Neith Sankofa at rightsdanceadventure.com. Get at me if you would like me to come and talk, to coach, to do all the wonderful things, perform that I do. You can get with me at rightdanceadventure.com or at neithsankofa@gmail.com. I'll be happy to make some magic in the world with you. Until then, enjoy this toolkit. Mwah! Next video is the last 3 tools. They are realignment tools, number 8, 9, and 10. I hope you will check them out. Coming at you. Peace.